So here we are again, working on another recreation pond. Except for this time, we're in Mexico.
Yes.
Woo! All right, so because I'm gonna butcher this, Jorge, tell us where we are, because I'm not gonna get I see, I can't even say it. Pronunciation. Correct.
We're in Tepzoztlan, Mexico.
Okay, so
Morelos.
for those of you that don't know, which I'm sure you know everybody here, but we have Jorge, say your last name because I'm gonna mess that up. And we got Sean Frost from New Hampshire, who is last year's.
Yes, 2023.
Wow, time's flying. 2023 Artist of the Year, and I was 2016, so that was a long time ago. So that just means everybody's much better than I am now.
That's it.
So it's it's going to be the three of us plus Eric Carino showing up, and then Jorge's nephew.
Yes, Botarga.
So anybody that speaks Spanish will know exactly what that means. So anyway, we're going to just do a quick walkthrough on this so you can see exactly what we're going to be doing, and I don't know what else to say other than this is going to be a lot of fun.
Take a look around. This place is insane.
It's incredible.
It's going to be hard to work with this view.
So back in July when we were here, this was nothing but a huge hole, and they had to come in here and jackhammer some of this rock out. It was all like ledge rock, like you see over here in the far distance. And there was this one piece in the middle that I had talked about, had all that dirt around there. And I asked them to save that and not take that out, because we're going to have water coming around both sides, and our wetland's going to be over here. So it's really nice to have that original rock escarpment there, so we can kind of blend to it to make it look like this pond has always been here. This is like 6.5 foot deep, 7 feet deep, that they went down and then filled us all up with soil. We're about 1.5 feet down from grade, because we're going to do different elevations like we do in any other recreation pond. So this is going to be a lot of fun to use this different type of rock here in Mexico. It's something that we don't use all the time, obviously, but it's going to be a lot of fun to get started with this. Then in this upper part, they are going to do like this hot tub type thing, but it's going to use the pond water, but it's going to be a separated system, so that's pretty unique. So once we get started with that, we'll be able to run through that and show exactly what that's all about. But they have their forms all set up, and they're going to pour the concrete today, so then that way they can strip them and we can work, and then they can come in afterwards, and they're going to face that whole outside hot tub the way they've done other existing walls around here, which is amazing craftsmanship that they have these guys doing here on this property. All right, so we're getting started. This is going to be the first bucket of the day, and this is where it all begins. It's going to be a lot of fun to get this thing created. So right now we got the reservoir all dug out. The grade is actually 1.5 feet down right now, but that's going to allow us to set rock and put some soil back there like I talked about with the terrestrial rocks. Now we're going to start shaping in the pond. All right, so right now what we're doing is we're just dry fitting everything for our skim coat. It's kind of important just to dry fit it quickly so we don't have to dig again. Right, Mr. Frost? Right, Jorge?
Perfect. Perfecto, señor. Sí, señor.
So we have 3 pump vaults for our suction. We have 3 different external pumps, and basically what it equates to is about 30,000 gallons of suction with all the pumps together. So we're gonna have 32 aqua blocks, and we're dug a little extra deep, so we're gonna have plenty of flow coming in here. And then what we're gonna do is just rock in front of these aqua blocks in order to create that skimming action. And that way we can control on which side it actually comes into when we create this area here. was quite the storm we had last night, Sean.
Just a little mist.
So at the Airbnb, I actually went upstairs to take a shower. I just got done and we lost power. But would we have a waterfall in the house?
Yeah, we were sitting there and we're like, that water sounds pretty close. And we shined the cell phone light up there, and the water's just pouring in through the side of the house, running down by the electrical. It was pretty good.
And we ended up with this. So thankfully we got the liner in yesterday, and we got some water to pump, but we'll get at that so we can start setting rock first thing this morning. Thankfully the primer showed up yesterday late. We worked till dark, got that important seam done. Now we just got to pull our boards out from underneath and we can start rocking in this whole skim cove, so that way we can continue on into the pond. We got to dig the deep end yet. We're only about 4 feet, and we got to go another 2.5 foot in the deep end, and we got to dig that so we can keep rocking. So right now what we're doing is we're actually going to bulk fit this liner for all our suction lines, so it's a nice clean protrusion going across the liner, and that way you won't see anything. Being that there could be a sitting area and stuff back here, we really don't want to jump the liner in this situation. So it takes a little bit extra time, but cleaner look. When you stir in there, soup. First rock coming in. We're gonna set in the skim cove. We got all the plumbing done this morning, so we're all ready to go. Because of the fact that we got to creep down into this pond in order to reach everything, we got all the plumbing done ahead of time, so that helps us in the long run. But slowed it down this morning, but here comes that first rock. Well, it's day 3. We got our skim cove done. A lot of the pond is actually dug out. We're gonna start setting rock at the farthest point because we had to pull the liner back. We gotta bring the machine in. We're gonna rock this side towards the cabana area, and then we're gonna pull the liner back again, dig down another 2.5 feet to get the deep area. So today should be a really good day rocking, and we're gonna have to do some more excavation, but that's the way some of these projects work. Sometimes you have to start at the farthest point and work your way out. So right now what we're doing is we're trying to stage all the rocks out of their way. Yesterday when we were setting this, we had to have them close. Now we got to pull them all back away. This is pretty tight quarters for this size recreation pond. We're gonna have to come way out into here and carve that in. We got the deep end going in today. So everything really has to be out of the way so we can stage all that soil up on top where Sean is for the wetland. this is another great day because now we're going to be able to carve the rest of the pond and we're not going to have to mess with this liner anymore. You know, we've had to pull it back and forth. We got it all pulled up here and staged all in the back as far back as we can because this line right here is going to delineate all of the deep end. They wanted to have 24 feet of deep end. I think it's a lot of times, but being at this pond is so expansive, we have all this 4-foot area, and then a beach area is going to be up there for the kids, that it's going to give you enough shallow area to hang out. Because let's face it, who's going to tread water all day to talk to one another? It's usually in a shallow area where you spend most of your time.